I think freezer paper is a great material to use with your applique. You'll find this in the supermarket in the aluminum foil aisle. Freezer paper is shiny on one side and dull on the other side. It's not as thick as cardboard, but sturdier than regular paper. I use it as a guide for holding this applique shape. To get started, you'll need to trace your pattern onto the freezer paper. Make sure you're on the dull side of the paper when you trace that pattern. Place your cutout pattern on the wrong side of the fabric. Make sure the shiny side is down. Use a hot, dry iron to press in place. I like to turn it over and press from this side also. Use a sharp scissors to trim about 1/4 inch all the way around. You'll need to use a washable glue stick to glue back the seam allowance. I'm going to use this purple one so you can see. I like to work on a scrap piece of paper or cardboard because this gets a little messy. I'll be doing small sections of this heart, gluing it up. I glue on the paper and the seam allowance. I gently take my thumb and push that seam allowance down onto the paper. I'll do another little section here, and I'm starting to get into the curve. So the curve is a little bit different because there's going to be a little extra fabric. So I don't push it all the way down. I just sort of leave it up a little just to sort of distribute that fabric. And when I think it looks okay on the edge here, I'll push that down. Work another little section, and this is on the curve. Gently push that over. I'm not going to push it all the way down. I just want to sort of lightly tap that down, and I can see there'd be a problem here if I would go like that. If there's any problem where you get, instead of a nice clean edge, you might get a bump in it, you just lift the fabric up and push it over. So let's see how that looks. See, I'm getting a nice clean edge, and if there's a part where it's lifting up a little, you can use your fingers to put that down or lift it up again and try. Now I'm going into the crevice here, so I'll need to take my scissors and cut all the way up to that point. Put this down, get some glue in here on both sides. I'll glue that down. Come on this side and start gluing that down. I'll work my way all the way around till I get to this tip. Before I get down there, I want to put glue right on the tip, and then I want to fold this over so that it goes down like that. Now I'm going to fold this side in and fold that side in. I'll take glue, and I need to make sure I've glued that tip also. I'll fold this down. Then I'll take this side and I'll fold this down. I feel like I might need a little bit more glue down there, but oh no, that was okay. If I'm not happy with that tip, I can, when I applique it, kind of pull that fabric out to make it a little bit pointier, or I can just lift this up and get in there with my nail, or sometimes I like to take my scissors, and that helps me fold that, get that down a little bit tighter. Let's see if that makes a difference. That point looks a little bit nicer. Here's my heart, and I'm ready to pin it to my background. I can sew this down by hand or with my machine. In this demo, I'll be hand sewing. I'm using this contrasting thread to make it easier for you to see. So I want to knot that, and now I'm ready to sew. When I start sewing, I want to come up right next to the edge. You see my needle there? Well, I need to catch just the edge of that applique. So there's a little bite right there, and then I'll go down right almost in the same spot where I came up. I like to scoot my needle over about a 1/16 to an 1/8, come up right on the edge. I've just taken maybe a thread or two of that applique material. I'm not touching the paper, or I'm not really feeling the paper when I come up. I'm just trying to get that little bite of applique fabric on my needles. So here, come up, and I've got just a little bite, and I'm going to go right back down. Let me move this a little closer so you can see. Here's the 3 stitches that I just put in. You want to try to stay an 1/8 to 1/16 apart, but what's most important is that you're consistent with those stitches. So you wouldn't want to put in a big stitch right here. You want to stay even. So I've stitched all the way around, and I'm getting close to this crevice. When you get right at the crevice, stitch down. I don't know if you can see, but there's a little tiny piece of that applique fabric that's starting to unravel. So let me try to use my stitch to go over the top of that, and now catch that thread in my stitch, and it might keep it in place. So let me come right next to that stitch, put another stitch in. I think I've probably stopped the raveling there. When I get close to the point of the heart, what I like to do is at the very tip, I'll take an extra stitch. If my point isn't really pointy and my thread matches the background, that extra stitch that I take in that point can make your point look very crisp. Here's my completed applique, where I've hand stitched all the way around the edges. Here's another heart that's been appliqued using freezer paper, but on this one I machine stitched. Let me bring this in a little closer. I just want to show you that I used a zigzag stitch, and part of the zigzag comes over and catches the applique, and the other part is in the background. Now the next thing you need to do is take that paper out. On this one, I've already cut around the back and pulled the paper. So let me show you how that works. To take the paper out, I first need to make a small clip on the background fabric. Here's where my heart is. You can see that green thread, and I want my clip to be somewhere in there. If I'm worried about clipping on the paper, I can pull this up, but I'm not worried about that. I'm just gonna go in here, and there's my clip, and I can feel that paper underneath. So let me get started over here, and I will eyeball about 1/4 of an inch. The 1/4 of an inch is from this stitching to the inside of the heart, and I will cut that heart out. As you're cutting, you'll feel that paper, and you don't have to worry about your scissors going through it unless you're pushing really hard. So just keep the cutting. Then I'll reach in to pull this paper out. So let me show you a close-up what that looks like. I'll fold this back, and I just start digging. If you can't get the glued paper off, you can first soak this in a bowl of water to loosen up the glue. You really don't have to remove this paper if it's going to be a wall hanging. You can keep it in there. Once you've started pulling some of that up, you can reach in there and start pulling that paper out. Now you want to be careful not to pull your stitches out. If some of your paper stays in, you can leave it there or go back and pull it out. So you want to work your way around this heart, pulling that paper out. The spot that you need to really be extra careful is right here at this point. You don't want to be pulling any of those stitches out. So I just make sure that I've loosened that up before I start pulling that out. Here's the back of my applique after I've pulled out all the paper, and this is what the front looks like. I hope you'll try freezer paper applique. It's a good starting point for learning hand applique. If you want to learn more about hand applique, check out the next video in this series, Needle Turn Applique. Please share this with your friends.